Okay. All right, we'll wait for some people to get in here. Welcome in, everybody. Welcome in. I'm back at the easel again. I have a really cool project. This is actually a wood piece we picked up at Hobby Lobby. So I have a really cool idea for this. I'm going to be doing some fall scenes since, you know, fall's coming up pretty quick. So what I'm going to do is start this out on I already put black gesso on this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how I do like my backgrounds with the white gesso to make them really gorgeous scenes. So we're going to use white gesso. We're going to use a sponge. This is like a sea sponge. See all them irregularities and all them different things? That's what you want for these. It works great for making them backgrounds. So I'm going to take the gesso and I'm going to like kind of make some, I'll show you. It's really cool. And then I just put the gesso on a paper plate and just dab it, and then I'm going to do some little designs here. So, and then we're going to make some like little trees and stuff with the gesso and everything. So I'm going to take this white gesso here. I'm going to take some, you know, let's see. I'm going to just take some with my knife. Maybe pop it right on this paper plate here. Just a little bit. And then I just usually throw it on a paper plate and just kind of get some stuff here. I'm just going to wipe my knife off here quick. Get that off of there. So we have something to start with, and I have some water over here to help thin it down, and because you want to get some good variations going on here. So I'm going to set that down. What we're going to do is we're going to take our little sea sponge here. Hey, welcome in. Hey, welcome in, welcome in. I'm going to show you how to, so this is what we're going to do is I'm going to make the background for the painting. This is the first step. So I'm going to take the sea sponge and come up here and just kind of touch and daub, you know, get it all on there like that. And then we're going to take this sponge and kind of just touch in different areas. Turn the sponge too. Just get some different things going on there. And this is going to look like a lot of brush and trees and stuff. Really cool effect. So we only want to do partially up, a little bit ways up, because we're going to have some like streams and stuff coming down here. I have a really good idea of what I want to do, but we're going to make it work. Do a little bit here and there, and as you work around, it's automatically going to get less and less. But you mainly want to just kind of touch and turn it, just kind of lightly touch, and you're using less of it over here because this is going to be our light source right in the middle. So we just want to take our sponge, just kind of pop in all kinds of cool little things here and there. Just, I'm going to say right about there is good. It's going to be neat when we're done, I think. I have a vision in my mind, and I want to try to make it on here. I want to try to see what I can do. So then this, we're just going to set off to the side. I'm going to put this in the water. I'm just going to wring it out real good. There's just water. Set that off to the side because we're going to be done with that. Now, to speed the process up, because this is still kind of wet, this takes a couple minutes to dry. What I have over here is a hair dryer. What we're going to do is I am just going to pop this on. Just dry it like that. This is acrylic based, this is water based, so it's going to dry a lot faster. Okay, that should be good. So we are gonna put this back in there. We should be good. I just wanted to get the main background part. We're gonna add some trees and twigs and stuff. So I'm gonna get some black gesso, and I'm gonna close that up. So what I'm gonna do, I'll get some of that black gesso, and I'm gonna put some of that on my paper plate over here. I have a paper plate over here with my gesso stuff, and I'm just gonna put some out there. Something like that. And then I might mix up a little bit of gray. So to do that, I'm gonna wipe that off. And I'm gonna take some of that white over here. This is just black and white gesso. I'm gonna mix up a little bit of black into that and make it like a gray. That's all we're doing for that. Yeah, there we go. Nice gray. And I'm gonna have a variation of colors here, or shades, I mean. I'm gonna have some gray branches, some black branches, and some white ones all kind of peeking through and everything there, sorry. I'm gonna set this here, wipe my knife off, and I'm gonna put the lid on this quick. I'm gonna set this down so I don't knock it over. So what I want to do is I want to get a script liner for this next part. We're gonna get into some water here. I got a little bucket of water here, and this is acrylic. So I'm able to do this, and what we're gonna do is run through some of that gray gesso we have, and with the script liner, we're gonna make little trees. I know this is kind of hard to see, so I might thin it down, tone it down, get some more dark on there. We'll go in here, we'll just make a little tree, like all kinds of little things going on here. And we're gonna take some of that dark gesso, just run through there. We're gonna go. Something like that, just kind of make little shapes. You gotta constantly put it in some water, the brush in some water to thin it down. That way it's kind of like ink, and it just kind of runs and just goes wherever. Just twirl the brush as you're going through, and then just kind of go through there like that. These little things in the background here. We're gonna make all kinds of cool stuff. And it's good to have a shaky hand, so if you have like a nervous hand or something, that actually works really good. So like if you're like this, it works really well. Like if you just go like that, and something else that helps is if you hold it toward the back of the brush, and you can kind of flick the bristles up and just kind of do something like that, just kind of. Kinds of cool little things happening here. So we're just going to keep going into some of that black gesso there. Hi, welcome in. This is the first part of the painting. We're going to do all kinds of cool stuff. I'm going to go over this with a clear glaze once this is all dry. And we're going to make some cool like fall colored scene here, like it's gonna have lots of trees and bushes and kinds of good stuff. There's a big old tree right there, maybe. I know this part isn't as entertaining, but it's gonna be cool once it's all done. So I always say this is a very necessary part to it. So we can just keep going back into that gesso, just make little tree shapes and stuff, just whatever you want. You don't have to have a real rhyme or reason to this. You can just do however you want. That's the cool thing about this. And then in the darker parts here, you can do like lighter variations like this. Kind of just go something like that. Get lots of water, because the acrylic, it'll dry pretty quick, so just be mindful that to make it work, you have to wet it down a good bit. I'm just taking my brush, putting it in some water, twirl the bristles, and just kind of go crazy with it. Just have fun. Just make all kinds of little tree shapes, tree limbs, tree shapes, all kinds of stuff, whatever you want to do. And this is, like I said, this is just the first part of this this design. I'll make a big old limb that goes out like that, another one that goes out like that. Maybe we'll bring this down a little bit further. It's going to be looking like we're deep in the woods and the sun is shining through, and we have lots of cool things. I'm going to add a lot of bushy shapes and stuff later. Get that. Make sure that's nice and... There we go. We're getting there. I'm just going to take some of that gray gesso. I'm going to add a little bit of darker, a little bit of that black into it. And go maybe right here, add something, maybe right there. And this is going to show up really cool once we start adding the color. So like I said, this is just the first part of it, so it's going to get really neat. And more white. Get some more color on there. Get some branchy things going. Another branch coming up here. All kinds of cool stuff happening. Hey, welcome in. Thank you. Thank you for joining. I'm doing the first part of this backlit painting, I guess it's called. These are pretty fun to do. You do most of the work up front, and then later on you just add color and glaze over it. It's pretty cool. I like it. These are really neat to do. Really fun. So you just want to... And you can add as many of these as you want. It looks better the more you have because it looks realistic. Just a good setting in the woods. Just kind of, there's going to be a little stream down here, maybe a little waterfall or something. Into that water. more of that paint. And we're gonna go make another big limb, big tree shape there. All kinds of cool stuff. There. Some of that gray. We're gonna go pop in some of that. This is some water, and we'll thin that down again, and we're gonna make little limbs and stuff. All kinds of little variations and stuff happening. And then, yeah, like I said, I'm gonna go back over this in a little bit. Once it dries, and I have a hair dryer to help dry the acrylic here, so. And we're gonna cover some of this up with color, but some of it, whatever shows through, it's gonna be pretty cool. I'm gonna add some little lighter touch right there to these darker ones here, so that you can get some. That way it looks like the sunlight's hitting right there on these trees and stuff. So. There we go. I think I'm good with that. And make sure you rinse off your script liner, because I'm going to use this. This is my normal one I use for most of my other paintings. So. And I'm going to just set that off to the side. That's all we're going to do for that. And what I do plan on doing is I'm going to get the hair dryer out, and I'm going to dry this off. Okay, here we go. Just get a hair dryer and just dry this as acrylic. We can just dry this off. Okay, I think we're good. Oh, nope. A little bit more. A little bit more. Where do you get your brushes? Oh, hang on. Let me answer this question here. Scroll up. Where do you get your brushes? I never done what kind. Never knew what kind. Okay. I can answer that. Hang on a second. So I get my brushes on Amazon. This one I got. This is just a script liner. This is by King Art on Amazon. I just found this one because I really like the long bristles on this. So I got this on Amazon. It was like $5 something, maybe $6. So normally when I'm oil painting, I use these. This is Worcester Yachtsman's. They're natural bristle brushes. They're really soft, and they're like close to $7 a brush. Not bad. I have this brush, my fan brushes, I get from, it's also on Amazon, called Dugato. You get to get them in a pack. These are natural hog hair bristles. They have a good spring to them and they keep their shape really well. I like these. And then literally for these brushes, these are just chip brushes. You can get these on Amazon as well, or the hardware store. So I like these chip brushes because for making bushes, they're nice and flayed out. Like it makes good bush shapes. So then you can get a variety pack of these, and it goes from, I think this is the smallest size, 1/2 inch all the way up to 3 inch. But yeah, I have a whole pack over here, and I have multiple brushes of these so I can use different colors without having to waste time cleaning the brush. I can just load each color and just go boop, boop, boop. So, yeah. I hope that helps. Hopefully it helps. Oh, but yeah, I get all my stuff on Amazon. Gonna dry this off a little bit more. Yeah, no problem. You're welcome. We're good. Oh wait, that fell a little. Oh no, okay. I'm just gonna do a little bit more just to be on the safe side. Okay, that part's done. Okay, so next we are going to start the actual painting. So to do the painting, I'm going to set this stuff down so I don't mess anything up. So I'm going to put, the next step is I'm going to put linseed oil all over this thing, and that's going to be my clear glaze, my medium, because I'm using water mixable oil paints. So colors I'm going to try to use tonight are titanium white, alizarin crimson. I might use some of this permanent rose. I'll be using sap green, burnt umber. I'll be using Indian yellow right here, cad yellow, yellow ochre, and then I thought to use maybe some, this is lemon yellow. They're very bright yellow, so a lot of yellows and reds, all kinds of stuff. Reds and yellows and blues. Not blues, sorry. I am actually going to get some cadmium red. So this is the brand I use, Artisan Water Mixable Oils. And to thin them down and clean up the brushes, all you use is water. So I'm going to get some of this on the palette. Oops. Just a little bit. A little bit there. Let me set this palette down so I don't drop it. Okay. Yeah. So we are gonna try to do this. See what happens. All right. So, and the brushes I'm gonna be using are, I have a couple of these 1-inch brushes. I have some fan brushes. We might be using these. I always have them just in case. Script liner. Nice little script liner. That's what we use to make all this stuff. And then I'll be using chip brushes for my bushes. Stuff like that. So stick around. This is going to be cool. I hope it's going to turn out as good as I think it is. But the first step is we're going to take some linseed oil. So I have some linseed oil in this little container here. I'm going to take my 1-inch brush, and we're gonna dip right into that. Dip right into that. Get a nice coating on the brush, and just kind of start going all over this thing. Now, because this is a wood piece, it might soak up the oil, because wood tends, I've done a couple of these wood pieces now to know that it'll soak up the wood. So you might have to reapply. That's the only thing I don't like about doing the solid wood pieces here, but it creates these really cool effects though. These are really neat to do. And just do it all over this, just cover the whole, I was almost said canvas, but the whole surface there. Cover the whole surface with your linseed oil. And I'm just using my 1-inch brush here. Okay, I'm gonna set that down. And I'm gonna check comments, make sure everything's okay, no puzzle piece. That down. And I'm gonna check comments, make sure everything's okay, no puzzle piece. How's everybody doing out there? Get this nice coated. So what I'm gonna do, this is actually gonna be really quick. So, I'm gonna make sure I'm hitting buttons. Uh-oh, hang on, okay. Okay, so I'm gonna take some of that Indian yellow right here, and I'm gonna go just tap the brush right into it. Just tap, tap, tap. Get some Indian yellow on there, and we're gonna come up here. Now, Indian yellow is a transparent color, so when we put it on here, we're just gonna be able to see all those cool things happening. See how that gesso just shows through? This is like a glaze, and we just put it on here. And this is so fun. If you start doing this and you don't tell anybody what you did, they're gonna think it's like magic. So I'm gonna go into a little bit more. I want a little bit more here. I'm just gonna cover the whole plank of wood here. And then I'm gonna go down into some, let's see, some crimson. And that's also a very transparent color. I'm just gonna tap into some of this, just tapping into that crimson. And we're gonna go like down here. We're gonna go down here, because I'm gonna add water to this. And then we can kind of work our way up here. A little bit more of that crimson, come up here, yeah. Get some different things happening. Stuff here. I'm gonna go back into some of that Indian yellow. We're gonna go right through here. Just kind of work in a circle. We're gonna blend that crimson in with that Indian yellow. Get this nice, gorgeous orange color. Really cool. Oh, look at that. That is really neat. I like that. That is really cool. I like that. I'm just covering the whole bottom because somewhere down here I'm going to have some water and I'm going to make reflections, but that's what I'm looking to do, hopefully. Hey, thank you. Evil, thank you. How you doing? Oh, thank you. Thank you for the gift, sir. Appreciate it. Oh, thank you, AMP, for the, or is that AMP? Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Go back into some of that crimson, and we're going to go up here. Get some of this kind of on the edges. Maybe something. Just trying something, see if it works. I don't know. And a little bit more. And whatever shows through, it's gonna be okay, because this is just our background part here for right now. We're just gonna cover this all up here like this. We're gonna have bushes and all kinds of stuff going on. So next step is I'm gonna actually clean my brush. So I have water mixable oils, so I'm gonna be cleaning mine with water. You can clean yours if you're using traditional oils. You'll be using thinner. No judgment. You do you. I'm gonna do this. And then I'm gonna shake off the excess, beat the devil out of it. And normally after I clean a brush, I like to take a paper towel and just kind of wipe off all that excess water, if there's any in there, just so it's a nice clean dry brush. I'm doing good, thanks. How are you? I'm good. I'm good. Did a bunch of yard work earlier, so I'm tired, but I'm excited to do this painting. Now, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go into some titanium white here. I'm just gonna tap a little bit of that, just a little bit, and I'm gonna try making like a light source here, maybe like right here. And now white is very opaque, so it's gonna kind of wash out some of this, what you've already done, but it's gonna be really cool because it's gonna look like the sun is just burning through them trees. And we're just gonna go up and around and work in a circle and work outward, work outward, work outward. It'll get less and less and less. So we want to, and you can do this to however bright you want it, but I'm going to do another round of this. So I'm actually going to clean my brush again. I'm going to take my brush, I'm going to clean it off in my water, because you want a fresh, clean brush each time. Go back into some of that white again. Pull some of that white out. Just tap the brush into it. And then we're gonna go right up here and do these like crisscross motions. Actually, I'm gonna get a little bit more. Just like that. And you wanna work around in a circle. Just like that, going outward. And just like that. And some of this, you can still see it. So it's still cool, it's still working. So I'm gonna come up here. It'll look like a nice fall evening, you know, you're walking in the woods, you can see some of those light streaks. Now I'm gonna take another brush, and I'm actually gonna take it and just kind of pull some of that. It looks like sun rays. We can just drag that paint right through there, just kind of drag that paint and just kind of lightly go over it. And it looks like the sun is just burning through those trees right there. So, and I'm gonna add some like little more stuff in the foreground as we're going to be building closer and closer to us. So that's the next step, is I'm going to add some bushes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some, let's see, I'll take some of this burnt umber color here, this dark brownish color, and I'm just going to tap all this whole brush, the top in it, just like that. Get a nice coating, and we're gonna make little shapes here. We're just gonna make little indications of some bushes, some good bush bushes and stuff. And now this is the part where we're going to be building down, kind of make little bushy shapes here. Just kind of go all over here. Just like that. Got some bushes there, and then we're gonna go, I'm gonna take one of my little chip brushes and I'm gonna dip it into a little tiny bit of water, just a tiny bit, and I'm gonna go into some of that yellow ochre color here we have. So I'm gonna just kind of tap, just tap, 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 load that brush, load the top of the brush there. I don't know how well. Just load that brush, and you can kind of see, you can drag it out a little bit, and you can kind of see just all those little texture things there. If you can see that, that's what you were looking for. Just load that brush up, and what we're gonna do, we're gonna come up here, and so our light source is right here. What we're gonna do is we're gonna kind of touch, 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 touch. And we're gonna get all kinds of little bushy things. Hang on a second. I need to thin it down just a little bit more for this to work. Because in this technique, a thin paint sticks to a thick paint. So each layer, we wanna put on a little bit thinner. There, and we wanna just kind of pop on some of this color here. Load the brush. Load that brush up. I'm gonna try to do that up here. And then also I'm gonna take some of that cad yellow we have here. I'm just gonna take some of that, pull down into that, and we're gonna get some cad yellow on this. Pop, 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 pop. Something like that. Okay, I'm gonna pull some of that cad yellow out. Get some of that. We're just gonna load that brush up. And we're gonna go just like that. Some different colors here. Cad yellow. Hey, thank you. Thank you. Thank you for all the likes. Thanks for the gift. I appreciate it. I do appreciate you very much. Add a little bit of tiny drop of water to my paint. Drag that out a little bit more. Tap, tap, tap. I think it's thin enough. Get some bushes going on there. Touch a little bit more water into that. This yellow paint for this is very thick, so it takes a lot of thinning down to get it to work. So, it can be done, it just takes a little bit. It is a learning process, that's for sure. So see all them like texture things that we got going on our paint? That's what we're looking for, something like that. Load the brush up real nice and just kind of come up here and get some of them highlights going. Something like that. And then I might get some, let's get some reds, maybe. Reds and, I don't know, let's see what happens here. Let's try something. I'm gonna get some of that red, pull some of that red out, and then go into that yellow. Let's see, we're gonna get this like really nice orange color, I think, so. Let's try, Hey, that looks pretty cool, I like that. We'll do more right here, we'll do another one. Something like that. Hey, that looks pretty good. I like it. And we'll do more like tree, bushy things here. I'm gonna get my palette knife. Ooh. And I'm gonna pull some of that yellow. Yeah, that yellow is really thick. Woo! So we're gonna I'm gonna wipe this off, maybe. Hang on. I'm gonna set my palette down quick. Wipe my palette knife off. Okay, looking good. Hopefully going to go live sometime soon. Oh, nice, cool. I'll have to look for you, yeah. Awesome. Hey, hey Kim. Haven't seen you in a while. Hey, how's everybody doing? Awesome. Yeah, I'll follow you and everything. I always like meeting new artists and stuff. It's awesome. Love it. I'm gonna get some of that orange. A lot of variations going on, not just plain old orange. There's a lot of things happening. Oops. Hang on a second. A little bit of water, thin my paint down. It's very fussy, so I'm trying to get the right consistency without it being too watery. Ooh. There we go. Get some bushy things there. I'm getting carried away. I'm going to cover this whole thing up with bushes. That's not a bad thing, but... there. And then we'll do... Let's see, I'm going to throw that in my water. Ooh, you know what? My bad. I'm going to need that. I'm going to go into some... what do I want to do? Go into my yellow. Throw a little bit of green in there. Let's see. A little bit more sap green. Get some of that in there. We're gonna go maybe right here. Some bushy things, and I might do another one maybe right here. Just tap into that paint just like that. Load that brush up real nice. There we go. I'm good with that. Now I'm going to take a little fan brush, I think. I'm going to take a little fan brush, go into some white, and we're going to make like a little stream. And it's going to come down. Pull some more of that white down. Little waterfall there, and then I'm gonna build some rocks and stuff. So I'm gonna take some that brown color we had, take some white, mix it up, cut it off. So you want to leave it a little marbled like that, and then you want to come up here and you want to just kind of things here, just kind of a little bit of rocks and stuff here. A little bit of dark stuff here. Let's go into some of that green. White. And we're gonna make little variations and stuff here and there. Scratching some of this out because I'm not really happy with that part. So I'm just kind of improvising here. Take some of that. We'll go down like this. Make some little things here and there. Make some cliffs. That. Go on the other side. We'll make some dark cliffs and stuff. Down. Down like that. Project out a little bit there. Push that waterfall back a little bit. And then we're gonna more bushy things here. Let's see. Take some brown, and I'm just gonna pop in more bush stuff here. I'll do some more right here. We'll just kind of pop this in. Right there, we'll have another one. Just gonna set that back. Yeah, I'm good with that. And then we're gonna take a little brush, go into some of that orange and yellow mix. Hey, welcome in, thank you very much. I'm just gonna tap into that color. We're gonna make some of that yellow. Some of that. And then I might take my fan brush and we'll just kind of drag that down like that, and we'll go a little swirly, and then we'll take a fresh clean dry brush and we're just gonna fuzz that up a little bit. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take some white on my brush, some of that lemon yellow. Let's see. Take some of that and some of that white. And we're gonna go. Across. A couple times, get some water reflections going on there. And then I'm going to take some of that brown mixture. I'm just going to kind of like there's a little ridge there. A little cliff right there. That's gonna push that back. And I'm gonna get some dark. Kind of pull that down right there. I'm going to block that in with some darker stuff there. Just kind of pushing everything back a little bit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some of that white, cut off a little roll. We're going to go up here. Some of that.  'That. Make some of that. Oh, thank you. Make some of that. 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 Make some Thank you. Thank you very much. Very good. Oh, thank you, Austin. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you very much. Take some of that. Oh, no. Let's see. I'll take some of that crimson. I'll mix up some kind of a color here. I'm not sure what it's going to be, but I'm going to try it. I'm gonna try to, I need some black paint. Okay, I'm gonna get some black paint quick. Kind of put out over here. Okay, I'm back. So, get some of that black paint, just gonna pull some of that out because I really want this to be dark right here. I want this to be, to push that all back. That's what I'm looking for. Darker stuff there. Kind of pushes everything back. That's the goal. That's what I'm trying to do. So I get a little bit of that paint and go down here like this. Something here. Oh, that's why. Okay. So that might not work as well as I wanted it to because it's this part's sticking out a little too far and I can't reach it with my knife. Anyway, okay. So I'm gonna add. Let's see here. I'm gonna do another bushy thing up here. Go boom. That's gonna hopefully push it all back. Let's see. Go into some of that color there. We're gonna go. Maybe. Do another thing here. Let's go into, shoot, I think I might go into some of that yellow. So we're gonna go into some of that cad yellow here we have. Maybe. And let's see. Ooh, I like that. I might put some like grassy things right up there. I'll take a fan brush, maybe flip in here. Take some yellow, some of my green. Load some of that green up in there. Just kind of push a little bit and get that little ridge. We're gonna come up here and go boom, 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 boom. I'm gonna thin that down a little bit more. That. Get some grassy things here. There we go. Okay. Palette knife. Maybe I'll go into some of that light color there. We'll come down. That. There's darker stuff here. That's gonna be pretty much it, I think. I might add a little bit more. I might take this and go out this way. Let's see. Can I do it? Hey, fixed it. Going upside down. Okay. Oh boy. Puzzle piece. Okay, I'm back. Puzzle piece. Oh my. Hey, McD. What's up? What is going on? Almost done. There we go. There. I think I'm happy with that now. Let's see. Alright. I think I'm good with that. Actually, I need to fix this part, so I'm going to do that quick. A little bit of that paint there. Just kind of down like that. There. There we go. That's a little better. I'm just touching up some stuff here and there. Little things. Little things here and there. Little jagged things coming out. Something like that. There it is. Okay, I think I'm happy with that. I'm good with that. So I'm going to go into that orangey color we made with my script liner. I'm going to just sign this thing right here, maybe. Okay, let's thin that paint down pretty good. Let's get that signature on there, and there we go. All right, so I hope y'all enjoyed watching me paint this. This was a blast to do. I really liked it. It was really good having y'all here. Thank you, Josh. Wow, hey, how you doing? Came out good, thanks. I was just messing around trying to figure out what I wanted to do. I knew I wanted a fall scene. I don't know, something. But, yeah, turned out pretty good. This is actually on a wood plank, I don't know. The oil started soaking into it, so I had to kind of work a little faster, but... Yeah, this is a half round like wood piece that you get at like one of the craft stores. Yep. Yeah, give it a try. It's awesome. And on the back of this, it has like a little kickstand. So if you're looking at it at the side, it has a little kickstand that comes out, and you can like prop it up, and it has a little screw thing where you can just pop it up too. Painting on wood soaks in. Yeah, it does. For sure. Yeah, it does. But it turned out better than I actually thought, because I was like, I didn't really know where I was going with it, and I was like, I just knew I wanted a fall scene, so that's kind of what I went with. But yeah, I appreciate it. Thank you, everybody. I'm gonna hop off here and clean up all my little brushes and stuff here, and oh, lots of brushes to clean, but that's okay. Yeah, I figured I'd come on here and hang out. Thanks, Jeff. I'll be live again in 30. Okay. Alrighty, man. Well, good luck. Have fun. When I'm done, I'm gonna try to watch you. If I don't fall asleep because I'm tired. But thank you guys for joining me. Thanks for stopping in. I appreciate all of you. You paint it black. Yeah, I put the black gesso on first. Black gesso. Yeah, I put black gesso on this first, and then I took white gesso and a sea sponge, something like this, and I just kind of, with the white, and then I went over it with the clear glaze, the linseed oil, and then I took Indian yellow, went in there, took some crimson around the edges to kind of pink it up a little bit, and then I took white and started in the center and worked around to give it that sunlight look. Thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you, thank you. Something relaxing, like I could lay like right here and take a nap. That would be really cool, listening to the waterfall and stuff. That would be awesome. Yeah. Yep. Alrighty, guys. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm going to post this up on my YouTube and all that fun stuff. So, yeah, subscribe to my YouTube. Share it if you'd like. I'm going to be adding more content. I plan on going live again tomorrow night maybe. Probably around 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. So I'm going to try to do that again. Make something. I don't know what I'm going to do next. But we'll figure it out. And we're going to have a good time. Alrighty, guys. Catch you all later. Bye now.